गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। महायोगी स्वामी उमानंद सरस्वती की जय। Friends, well, it's the early morning. Let's say date, should I say it is 31st of May? Well, I want to remember this date because today, early morning, I happened to complete my 4th volume of Guru Charitra Bodheshwari, translating it into English for the present generation and for those who don't know Marathi. Now I am very grateful to my Guru and to all the saints who have helped me to offer my little services in the form of translations of these great works, and I humbly seek their blessings so that I continue to serve the divinity in some way or the other. Now, after ending the translation part of it, it is very important that I tell what was the culminating chapter, because it gives you one more dimension of what all is expected of a guru who is enlightened, who is totally enlightened. Sri Narasimha Saraswati, in the past life of a washerman who daily visits him and seeks his blessings, happens to one day see a royal family going through the rivers and who are dressed beautifully, who have guards along, and the wives are beautiful, they are adorned with gold and silver, the children are there, and there is pomp and glory. It's of course a royal family traveling, crossing the rivers, and they are on a picnic, so the entire situation is merrymaking. And the washerman feels that how fortunate the king is and how unfortunate I am, that here is a man who is wearing beautiful silken robes and clothes and all, and I am the one who is sitting and washing dirty clothes. So he's sort of like comparing himself to the king. And he happens to just make a small wish, that wish he was a king also. So just then Narasimha Saraswati, the great Siddha, is standing nearby, and he looks at this washerman who seeks his blessings daily. So he asks him, "What are you talking about?" So he says, "No, nothing, sir." So of course, being a saint, he understands, and he tells him, "All right, if you wish to be a king, so shall you be." But it's just that you will be in your next life and probably born in a Muslim family, because at that time the Muslims were rulers. They were ruling, the kings were Muslims. So he says this, and the man, he says, "When do you want it, this life or next?" So he says, the washerman says, "I've already exhausted this life and I've got an old form now. And what am I going to do if I strike riches now? I'd rather have a good form, a healthy physique, a young look, and then enjoy the wealthy riches, royal riches." So Narasimha Saraswati blesses him again, saying, "May it be so." And then this man, of course, just happens to depart the washerman departs from that mortal birth and enters into his new world. Now he is supposed to be meeting the Guru again. So this end culminating story tells us how Narasimha Saraswati meets this washerman who is now a king of Vidar. They say Vidar, probably it's a Bidar. So he's a king of there, and he's a Yavan, he's a Muslim. He has a tumor and he's trying to get rid of it. He tries all medicines and all, and finally somebody guides him to come to this Narasimha Saraswati. So when the king comes to Narasimha Saraswati, he says, "Oh, have you forgotten me? You are the old washerman and I'm your guru." So the washerman then recollects the whole past. It's a very interesting story. And then they both together, they sit and talk and share their experiences. And then the king very honestly, very genuinely takes Guru to his palace, shows him the riches around and says, I have enjoyed enough comfort. Now I don't mind serving you at your feet, being at your holy feet. And I am now tired of my ill health, so please set me free. So it is so said that Narasimha Saraswati says, where is your tumor? You are telling me about, talking about tumor. Where is it? So the king tries to show where the tumor is. And uh, the washerman, the king realizes that the moment Narasimha Saraswati is trying to locate it, there seems to be no tumor there. So he says, there's no tumor, so you don't worry, you be happy now, go and live your life happily. So this is the culminating. And then the king is pleading Narasimha Saraswati to come to his palace and stay there and all. But Narasimha Saraswati knows that he now needs to depart from the world. So it is so said that in the end he asks his devotees to make a small seat woven of flowers and all, and to be placed in the waters, on which he goes and sits. And very beautifully the entire seat flows across the rivers. And he says, once I reach there, you will receive back a few flowers as a sign of telling you that I have reached. And in the end, Narasimha Saraswati departs from the mortal world to join the supreme God in the form of Mallikarjun at Sri Shailam. Friends, please go and visit Sri Shailam. It is one of the most vibrant and pious place. I have recently been there, and I have, yes, you can almost see gods. In every little action you perform, you get this feeling that, all right, he had come and gone. He has come and gone. I myself had the opportunity a couple of times when I was there recently at Sri Shailam. So those who want to spiritually enhance your journey, please go and visit Sri Shailam. Be there. Go to Kashi. Go to Vishwanath, Kashi Vishweshwar at Banaras. These are beautiful places. They are spiritually vibrant. Gods still continue to exist. I also feel that gods must be all 36 crores. We are supposed to be having plenty of gods in Hinduism, and all they seem to be moving in the form of cows in Banaras. All of them are so beautiful. The way they walk, the way they stop, the way they look at you, you fall in love with these cows. All right, friends. And Narasimha Saraswati then departs from this. And as he goes away, the flowers are returned, and a boatman comes and announces to the disciples that I've just seen Guru stepping out on the other side of the bank, and he was wearing golden footwear, and he had a staff in his hand, and he was dressed as a sannyasi. And he says he has gone very happily. He has just told me to tell you all that he is very happy and he has departed. And the disciples continue to wait for the signs which are supposed to come forth in the form of flowers, and they do come. They do come. And the four outstanding devotees who are very close by love and devotion to the Guru, they happen to keep them with them. And one of them is this Siddha Muni, who tells Namdharak the entire Guru Charitra. Friends, give yourself some time and enjoy these works. These are great stories. They give you a different dimension. Don't worry, they will not challenge your scientific minds. Just don't consider it. Now, you don't worry about sciences when it comes to Batman, Superman, Transformers, Transporters, whatever they are, these movies. Don't worry, just enjoy, and let these feelings elevate you to beautiful realms of spiritual world, and enjoy. Now, before I conclude this particular today's video, I'd like to talk about SRIPAD, Sri VALLABH. who was the earlier incarnation of Narasimha Saraswati. Now, what is it which Guru can impart? So, I would like to give a small story about Sripad Sri Vallabh, another great saint, of which I would like to again find out the details from the Google's, internet, and try and read some books on them. But Sripad Sri Vallabh was once standing in a small rivulet, and normally the morning bathing and all is done in the rivers by the saints. So he was standing in a rivulet, and when he sees one mother and a son who have come to commit suicide in the river, so he calls them near and he says, "Why do you want to commit suicide?" So the mother says, "Good that we met you, we would like to take your permission." So he said, "Suicide is not correct, it is a sin, so don't do it." So they say that the mother says that I'm a wife of a very great Brahmin scholar, and unfortunately I prayed to God to give us a son, and he did bless us with a son, but he happens to be a dull-witted son, and he has no knowledge about anything, and he's become a mockery for amongst the scholars, and people are making a lot of fun about him, and it hurts me. So I've decided, why not end the life? Now, for the masters, this may be a very trivial reason, but for those who go through sufferings, for them, these, if they wish to die, then obviously that suffering is a lot. So, both of them, they hold on to the Guru's feet, Sripad Sri Vallabh's feet, and it is so said that Sripad Sri Vallabh blesses the boy, and the boy becomes highly enlightened scholar. Now, friends, Sripad Sri Vallabh also, in the text, even his life is the first part of it, and he himself is reincarnated as Narasimha Saraswati. And of course, later the same have been incarnated as Swami Samartha, another great soul whom I revere deeply, and who is at Akkalkot. His abode is in Akkalkot. India is blessed with holy saints, holy places, and pure laws have manifested in the form of their speeches. Gods have manifested in their forms. Yes, the other day I was wondering whether such talks could give a new light, a new dimension to Hinduism. I want it to be more friendly, more loving, more loved by all the religions. A flower is loved by everybody. A fruit is loved by everybody. Just like that, the religions should be loved by one and all. We don't have to have very hard, fast approach to it. So one of the astrologers who read my hand, he said, I said, could I establish a new religion? So he says, well, anything that you desire for is going to manifest soon. So, well, friends, I'm not sure, but I do hope I come up with a beautiful side of Hinduism, which will be loved by the entire world. We could name it modern Hinduism. Well, I don't know. Please help me, all those who would like to hear the beautiful side of religion. Let me not worry about whether it's this or that, but a beautiful side of religion. And the beautiful side, actually gods are not to be discovered. It is we who have to discover our potentials. So it is study of self. It is actually, we call it modern Hinduism, or you can call this new religion a humanitarian religion. But I think I like the word modern Hinduism. Well, I haven't decided much on it. However, I would like to go into the depth of these studies, and please feel free to share with me. Don't worry about which religion you belong to. If you have any questions, any doubts, talk to me. Yes, in interpretations earlier, there must have been some blunders made. There must have been some. Nobody is perfect, neither you nor me. And we will try and rectify it. There's nothing wrong in trying to be right if it is in the interest of mankind. So let's see if I can introduce a new dimension and make my Hinduism loved by one and all. This is Swami Radhikanand from Pune. Please read the lives of Guru Charitra. Guru Charitra, please read the works Guru Charitra. It may be available in English. It is definitely available in Marathi. And I have also talked about it in English. The works will be soon available. The fourth volume will be probably published in the month of August, on 15th August, and 3 volumes are already published with us. Those who are tempted to read and feel tempted, get tempted to read, please write to me and send me your emails. We will make the books available to you. Uh, you can afford to spend a little on knowledge. And help us to continue working. This is Swami Radhikanand from Pune. Thank you so much.